Guilt and false guilt. You'll often notice in the dynamics of a narcissistic relationship, you are going to feel so guilty for things that you're not even responsible for things that you shouldn't feel guilty about, influencing your decision-making skills, which often work in the narcissistic individual's favour and not yours. And then it can lead to a build-up of bitterness and resentment within you because you're not being true to who you are as a person, because you're too busy feeling bad for who somebody else is as a person. Guilt is a complex emotion resulting from our own personal values, our own personal beliefs about the difference between right and wrong, what is socially acceptable, what isn't. Bad feelings associated with actions that we have taken ourselves that have caused harm to another person, whether we intentionally cause them harm or unintentionally cause them harm. And more often than not, it's that feeling of guilt that will stop you from acting in the first place, which could potentially harm another person. However, we are all more than capable of acting without thinking, unintentionally harming another person, not meaning to offend them, which is when communication is great, because they can approach you and say, hey, you said this, what did you mean by it? And we usually dig a deeper hole trying to get ourselves out of it when we didn't mean to offend someone. And we feel guilty even though it wasn't our intention. Now we can sort of recognise that although it wasn't our intention, we now know that that individual is offended by that for whatever reason, for whatever has happened within their lives. So we can learn to watch our tongue around that individual, not change who we are or change our beliefs, but recognise that that person perhaps cannot see our intentions. So it's not worth offending them. However, when this comes into the dynamics of a narcissistic relationship, a narcissist will use this to their advantage to get you to walk on eggshells around them, to serve them, to change who you are as a person, to please them. We are not responsible for how other people feel. We're responsible for our behaviour towards other people. Narcissistic individuals believe that you're responsible for how they feel and you're responsible for their behaviour, but you're responsible for your feelings and you're responsible for your behaviour. Whereas when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you feel responsible for your behaviour, your feelings, their behaviour and their feelings, which isn't the case. Guilt is a powerful motivation to stop us from harming another person, to promote change in who we are once we can recognise our behaviour. However, unwarranted guilt, when somebody has been guilt-tripping you, can often hinder who you are as a person, hinder your decision-making skills. It can lead to a lot of self-doubt and a lot of decisions made in the other party's favour, who is causing that guilt within you, going against who you are as a person to please another person and building up that resentment in you, which then can lead you to explode out at them and they play the victim and blame you. False guilt occurs when we feel guilty for the actions or the situations of others that are simply not our fault, nothing to do with us, not our responsibility. When someone cheats on you, that's on them. They should feel guilty. A narcissist won't, they'll blame you. When someone makes plans without discussing with you first and you've already got plans, that's on them, not you. You making plans with somebody and then letting them down, that's on you, that's your responsibility. So a narcissistic individual will make plans with you without informing you, and then when you can't make it, they feel let down because they believe they're entitled to your time and attention and they should be the most important person in the world to you. So they feel let down and they guilt trip you into feeling sorry for them, even though they didn't consult you in the first place. Yet they will promise to do something for you or with you. They will let you down at the last minute and then blame you for expecting too much of them. Narcissists don't tend to feel that guilt. They feel sort of ashamed from other people's judgment of them, which is why they gaslight and lie and deny. Narcissistic individuals will manipulate others into feeling guilty to maintain their power and control over another, to maintain their dominance and their sense of superiority over other people. A narcissist will constantly blame you for everything that's going wrong in their life, constantly blame other people. They will use pity plays and gaslighting. They will use emotional manipulation and guilt trips. They will dismiss you. They will belittle you. They will mock you. They will humiliate you. They will go all out to make you feel guilty and make you feel responsible for them. And they fail to take responsibility for themselves. Guilt is a normal emotion that influences our decision making. False guilt is a manipulation tactic used by another person to make us feel guilty for things that we're not responsible for, which affects our perception, affects our judgment, and also affects our decision-making skills. Genuine guilt affects our decision-making skills, usually for the better for ourselves and those around us. False guilt usually affects our decision-making skills to the negative impact on us and the positive impact for a narcissistic individual. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon: 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. The links for those will be in the description also if you'd like to go and check those out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.